Today we're talking about the Mountain Hardwear Bishop Pass Gore-Tex 0 degree bag and how it did in my testing. So if you're out there looking for a bag in the 0 degree range that's pretty close to its limit, I would definitely say this Bishop Pass from Mountain Hardwear, the 0 degree Gore-Tex bag, is one to look at. So in the Excel sheet I have, which I have right here and I will superimpose onto the screen, you can see that the Mountain Hardwear comes in kind of in the mid-range when it comes to weight. A little towards the heavier side, but as far as the cost goes, it comes in kind of at the cautionary stage. It's $480. So it's not at the very, very high end of price. It's not at the very, very low end of weight. It's kind of in the middle of all the bags that I'm testing so far. Now really, really quickly, as you can see, this is the kind of draft collar that I like. It has little nubs on the end which kind of go and tuck in behind your neck, so it keeps the warmth in. This is the proper type of draft collar that's out there. If you have one that's just basically straight, that's like so 10 years ago or longer as far as design goes. So I'm really glad they did do this, because I could definitely feel that the heat was staying in the bag and there wasn't really any cold air getting into it. So let's talk about the numbers. So like I said, this bag performed really well, and where this performed really well is in the end of the test. So I do a 45-minute test. I get into the bag, got my certified thermometer on me, data logger, and I did 4 bags at 7 degrees when I tested this one, and this one was great. 30 minutes to 45 minutes, it kept increasing in temperature. It didn't tail off at all, which ironically the really expensive Mountain Hardwear Phantom did tail off towards the end of the testing, which was interesting. But this one had a 245% increase in temperature from where we started. So we started at 33.8. And then, you know, within 5 minutes we were at 56 degrees, and then 67 at 10. And it just kept rising gradually. It wasn't something that warmed up super, super quick, but you know, by the end of 45 minutes I was feeling relatively comfortable. And this bag is not one that is without flaws. I did feel some cold areas, but not cold spots. So I could feel that some areas were just slightly colder than others. And when I say cold, I mean they were warm. So if you look at the graph here, compared to other ones, it warmed up very gradually. There's some that warm up really quick and then they tail off. There's some that weren't really quick and then they stop. This one just kept warming up at a relatively good clip. When I tested this bag, the outside digital thermometer said it was 6 degrees-ish. The app for my area said it was 10. So I just split the difference, called it a 7-degree test, because just because the app says that, it's not in the area I'm at, you know, in the town I'm in. So I went closer towards what the thermometer actually said outside. So I just said 7. This performed really well at that range. I don't know if I'd want to push it below 5, but out of all the bags I tested, there were 2 that just I wouldn't recommend, you know, below 10. Whereas this and the Thermarest Parsec, which was the best performer in my opinion, those 2 really stood out. And it's ironic they both have a similar color. I don't know if that means anything. So this Bishop Pass, it says that its limit is 0. It says its comfort is 13 degrees. So I would say that this actually goes closer to the limit than the comfort. So that's not the extreme limit. There's always 3 types of numbers that you'll see with sleeping bags. You have the comfort, the limit, the extreme. This is in the middle. It says 0. And at 7 degrees, I think it performed extremely well. So that's a really quick look at the Bishop Pass Gore-Tex from Mountain Hardwear and how it performed at 7 degrees. If you're looking for a bag that you're okay with being a little restrictive, this bag was slightly restrictive compared to the other ones, especially the Thermarest and the Volantre. They were a little more spacious. So if you have broad shoulders, I'm a 42, 44 chest with bigger shoulders kind of guy, you might want to try it before you buy it. Maybe you can go to REI or something, wherever this is, and try it out before you get it. It is a little bit more on the restrictive side, but it definitely performed well. Looks great. Has the windproofing fabric. It's water resistant, not waterproof. I think for the price, this will last you a pretty long time. So if you have any questions or anything, let me know. If you've actually seen this or used Mountain Hardwear sleeping bags in the past, go ahead and put that down below in the comments and let us know how you feel about them. Until next time, later.